Hi, I'm excited to share one of my favorite recipes with you. I found this recipe on the internet years ago. There's a few variations floating around out there, but this one is just so simple and works every time. I just call it crusty bread. You won't believe it only has 4 ingredients. It's so simple. And here are the instructions. The whole thing's just written on a Post-it note. This is the type of flour I recommend. It looks and tastes just like white, but it's actually whole wheat. And I have found it at Walmart, Target, so you can get it anywhere. So first, just mix together your dry ingredients and then add your tap water. You can warm up the water if you like, but you don't have to. Then you have to stir it up. This is the only hard part of the recipe because the dough is really dry at this point, so it takes me 4 or 5 minutes to stir it up, and by the end you're about to curse. But just stick with it until the dough is just all combined and wet. Then you're going to cover it with plastic wrap and leave it overnight. And after 12 to 18 hours, it'll be done rising. So the next day, get any kind of bowl or dish and put some parchment paper in it, and we are going to move the dough onto that parchment paper. I do not like to touch this puffy, sticky dough, so instead I put a sandwich baggie over my hand and I spray it with cooking spray, and I just use that to get the dough together into a ball. We're not really kneading it, but I'm smashing it down just to kind of gather it all together because we're going to let it rise briefly one more time. Now transfer the dough into the parchment paper that's in your other dish. This is going to rise for 1 hour, but half an hour into it, we want to start warming up your empty pan. I have 2 different pans that I use. One of them is ceramic, and then the other one is cast iron covered with enamel, but really any big heavy pot that can go in the oven that has a lid will work. So heat up your oven to 425 and just put your empty pan in there. So after about half an hour, it'll be warmed up. So now the dough in the paper has been rising for an hour. So you're going to bring your pan out, pick up that paper, and just plop it right into the pan. Put the lid back on and let that cook for 30 minutes. After 30 minutes, just take the lids off and then put it back in to keep cooking for 15 to 30 more minutes, just depending on how brown you want it.
The bread smells delicious.
Let's get this one in the video too. Now you and your family can enjoy our favorite crusty bread. To get it out of the pan, I just lift up the parchment paper and set it on a cooling rack. Enjoy!